Every year, out of nowhere, Apple pops up with some guy in a turtleneck that's not Steve Jobs with a new phone, and they're like, this year, Apple has innovated the game, and all they done was fix the camera a little bit, make the screen a little bit bigger, and do something new. Now, this is not an excuse for Samsung users to get in the comments and be like, this is why Apple sucks, we've been doing this since 2012. Listen, your phone sucks, and your camera is lasagna. Apple is just my preference over Samsung, just like how vagina is my preference over dick. And yeah, sometimes vagina smells, and it gets pregnant without asking, but it's my preference over dick. Now, if you like dick, go have a dick barrage, but just don't start shoving dicks in my face when vagina's my preference. I don't know how we got here. I thought we were talking about phone companies, but apparently this turned into sex ed. This year, they're actually giving us something new. Now, don't get that confused with something we've actually wanted and asked for, like group FaceTime. We've been asking for group FaceTime for at least 5 years, but we can't even listen to videos on our phone at full volume on FaceTime yet. So if you think we're anywhere close to group FaceTime, you are so wrong, because we got face scan. Face scan before we got group FaceTime. Who am I, James Bond? I don't need a face scan. I barely needed a finger scan, let alone a face scan. I don't even want to know what Apple's doing with my face scan. Do you know how many people are gonna get caught cheating just because of this face scan feature? Now, years previous, if you were hanging out with your girlfriend and you had to say, hey babe, I'm going to the bathroom, and you go to the bathroom and you leave your phone here locked, and you get a text from Vanessa and she says, who the hell's Vanessa? That's all it was, a question. Now this year, all she has to do is take your phone, hide by the bathroom, wait to hear a flush, wait to hear the sink turn on, because hopefully you wash your hands, you dirty bastard. So you finish washing your hands, you open the door expecting nothing, and your girlfriend hops in front of you and fucking face scans you and leaves and runs, and then your whole relationship is ruined, because if she has access to your phone and she sees the messages, can't talk yourself out of that. Just ask Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is a very rich man, a very rich, short man, which means he may have some strings to pull here and there, which means he may have gotten the iPhone X early, which means he may have the face scan feature early. Now, I'm not meaning to get into his business, but Kevin Hart did get caught cheating recently. Now, if he had the iPhone X, his wife could have just waited for him to fall asleep. She saw his phone blowing up. She picked up his phone. What the hell is this? Face scanned Kevin Hart and exposed them. Now, being that that's not true, it's definitely not impossible. It's bound to happen to somebody. So now you're gonna risk your relationship for a phone that not only face scans you, has no headphone jack, it has no home button. How do you give me a phone with no buttons? I just feel like they're gonna take away stuff until they just sell us an empty box, because last year they gave us no headphone jack with headphones in the box, may I add, but they gave us no headphone jack nonetheless, and everyone flipped out. This year they give us no home button and no one said a peep, and next year they're gonna give us no screen, and the year after that they're gonna give us no phone at all, and everyone's gonna just pay $800 for a box of nothing and be okay with it. After all that said, after no headphone jack, after no home button, after a face scan that is literally useless unless you're A, the president and you need it to get into your phone, or B, you have no body and you just have a head and you have to just roll your head over and look at your phone so you can actually get access into your phone, because you have no arms or hands and you can't gain access unless you face scan yourself and get into your phone. After all that said, I still think Samsung sucks, and I'm still not gonna switch. And you can call me a brainwashed zombie, I just won't listen. I'm sweating, I'm going to take a shower, I'm out.